We believe, and there's a lot of different statistics out there, but the one that everybody seems to believe is that if you have a learning disability, you are 6 times more likely to die with COVID than if you don't. So that puts them very much at risk. It is a message to the learning disability community to say very, very strongly, if you get the call, when you get the call to have your vaccine, please come and have your vaccine. The NHS is there to support you. We will do absolutely everything in our power to ensure that the experience you have when you come to have your vaccine is as good as possible. And we want you to have this vaccine because it's going to make such a difference for you. So please be assured that every accommodation will be put in place to make sure you have a good time when you come to get it done.
My message is that I know your worries and I know your anxieties, but having this vaccine is very important. I think it will definitely make you feel a lot more relieved once you've had it, and there is nothing at all to be worried or scared about. It's literally nothing scary at all. If anything, you come away and you feel, wow, I'm just that bit closer to being safe again. So please have it done. You know, these are vaccination centres. They are like major, massive like clinical rooms, and that could just be a lot to take in for someone with a learning disability, where it's different for them, different environment. Also, it could be that they just don't process the information that how important it is to have this vaccine, and they just don't like needles. So all they're seeing is the initial needle, and they're not understanding why it's important to have it done, and that could stop them.
I think there's a level of anxiety just generally. I think for anybody with a learning disability, just in normal times, accessing healthcare can be a very frightening experience, particularly because they're often busy environments. It can be difficult for somebody perhaps to process information. A lot of healthcare professionals are busy and do things very quickly, and sometimes someone with a learning disability needs a lot more time. If you think about COVID, of course it's going to be even worse than it was before we had COVID. And so the level of anxiety now for somebody who perhaps thinks, gosh, if I leave the house I might catch COVID, is very real. There's a lot of information that's very fast changing at the moment. And again, if you have a learning disability and you are someone who maybe needs time to take things in, when things are changing so much, it's confusing for all of us. But of course, if you have a learning disability, it can just increase that level of anxiety.